Well, you might think I'm crazy because I believe that there's a little censorship going on. I've been trying to get this video out, and I'm trying to teach y'all how to make a video. But I've been doing the same thing for over a year, and now it all wants to go confused when I want to put out this one. So we're gonna try it out smart the computer. Yeah. I don't know. I know everybody will tell me I'm doing something wrong. So we'll adjust the camera on the tripod. This is when the tripod might work. And we'll take a picture of a picture and try and get volume and everything to get onto the screen with my old-fashioned technology. Let's see if we can't at least come up with a backup plan. Here we go. And it'll all be whether I got enough batteries. With the old Western. There's this preacher that goes into a bar to preach on the sins of the flesh. You can't get this good entertainment unless you really appreciate an old movie. So, it goes on a little bit. I don't know whether how to do this, but we'll try. He goes over to ask for some money to build a church, and the guy, let there be light, and him go through this whole conflict and he actually of course I can't find it, but he dumps a whiskey glass in the collection hat, and the preacher didn't like it too much. But what ends up happening is, alright, so now we got alcohol involved in a religious application, and because
I didn't. The trouble with you, old man, is that you're in the wrong business.
Yes. It does look like sin is paying off better. But that is Satan's way. First he leads you on, and then he trips you up.
Don't you worry about him tripping me up. We're good friends. Here's $1 for your church. Compliments of me and Satan. Well, don't you? Mister,
hey, this guy's cheating.
We don't play that kind of poker in this territory.
Well, if that's the case, then I'll just mosey along. Here, I'll show.
So then, he gets up I guess I should try to go down to the microscopic view. I don't know. Really tough to tell this story without watching the film. It's called Hellfire, is the name of the movie.
That's fine.
Oh, hang on.
I'll put them on that table.
We'll see how this comes together when I edit it. We'll try to edit it. He buys him a drink. The preacher purchases his alcohol because the guy got involved because it was his drink he poured in the hat.
You know the trouble with you, old man, is that you're in the wrong business.
Yes. It does look like sin is paying off.
I gotta break it up.
But it is Satan's work.
Here, I'll shove my steak into the pot.
So he gets caught cheating.
Not so fast.
Let's see how well he can deal on the end of a rope.
But the good Lord, the preacher,
Not kill.
It also says something about not cheating, don't it?
he steps in the middle of it.
Letting a man live with his sin, better than killing him for it.
A while ago, preacher, I didn't take much stock in what you were saying. But I'm sure agreeing with you now. Now, if you can only get them to see, I've seen enough.
No.
And the preacher gets shot. And of course, the bad good guy puts the ball in place.
Now then, turn around and walk over to that wall. Be quick.
There it is, the Holy Bible. It's an old Western, and people want to know why there's no
So, you'll find
humanity
the doctor
today.
somewhere.
Don't forget about the doctor, friend. I haven't a chance.
Now, that's your own fault. Nobody asked you to butt in.
We're not supposed to wait to be asked.
You mean believing in that book made you do it?
Believing in this book made me want to do it.
That's a wonder to me.
All right, so I kind of step into places that some people don't think I belong. I'm a little outgoing and too friendly, I guess you'd call it.
You lived as long as you have with that kind of thinking.
You're not complaining, are you, friend?
I don't like to owe anybody anything, not even my neck.
You don't owe me anything. No.
See, that's what I try. I try to help, and people don't owe me anything for doing it. But I really like the next part.
Only one regret. I shall not live to build a church.
A church? Is that all that stands between you and dying happy?
That's
I don't know. I'm a member of what I believe is the entire body, which is what Christ calls his church.
all.
If I build it for you, So to make you and me even?
Oh, more than even.
All right, you get at your church.
But you,
Alright, so here's the rules. There, we all gotta live by rules.
you'll have to build it according to the rules.
What rules?
These.
Oh,
No. No deal. That's
alright, no deal. What are the rules in the book? And I always go by all things are lawful. Some don't edify it, but all things are lawful. But I really like how he convinces the repenting sinner
that's not for me.
Tell me, how much do you know about it?
Not much.
that's the deal. Most people haven't perused the good book.
If I said your horse was a swayback, spamming old hunk of coyote bait without ever having seen it, what would you say?
Nice.
What would you say if I didn't know anything about the rules as I understand them? What would be your response?
That you were a fool.
Then perhaps you'd better read this before you pass judgment.
And so, I don't know how to totally go over it. We all set our standards and try to carry on the best we can according to our understanding. All right, I don't know what. So you're gonna go out and build a church, and of course there's gonna be
I
some
can't forget.
barroom brawls. Oh.
Look left.
And there's always going to be a love affair in Western.
That's better. I wouldn't want you to go where you're going without knowing who sent you there. Only I changed my name. It isn't
Well, I was sitting on my porch contemplating this whole thing. And of course, my little gift from God. There she goes. It's really hard. I got it on the tripod, you guys. When you want it freehand, it's on the tripod. When you want it tripod, you do it freehand. So, here, bear with me. I'll get it out of the tripod. My girl do all this while you, and of course that's as zoomed out as far as I can get it. Sweetie heard me talking, and like I said, the good Lord placed her in my yard. And we won't even go into it. But she's a doll. been a lot of comfort. Talk about comfort animals, sir. Yeah. But it's dark outside. I opened the door and went out there. She was out in her yard and decided to come in and join me. Hot diggity dog. Well, of course, it's really early. Like usual in the morning. And I woke up the whole house. The rabbits coming and I heard my lady get up. Well, you know, so everybody asked me why I want to make a YouTube channel. And play with fire. I cauterize the wounds.
It's about all I can do until I find a doctor somewhere.
Heaven forget about the doctor, friend. I haven't a chance.
Now, it's your own fault. Nobody asked you to butt in.
We're not supposed to wait to be asked.
You mean believing on that book made you do it?
Believing in this book made me want to do it.
Made me want to
It's
do
a
it.
wonder to me you lived as long as you have with that kind of thinking.
Yeah, I'm amazed I've lived as long as I can with that kind of thinking. So, as an old man instructed by that book to try and bring God into the household, you wonder why everybody might think. And I tell you, in today's society, you young fathers are going to have a hard time convincing the youth that it's a viable way to live your life after promising your life to God at age 12 and reaching 65. Well, you can hide in a hole or you can go out and fight for our youth. And that's why I started this channel. And I'll probably lose 12 subscribers. I got 90. Hot diggity dog. Because I say that in public. And I'm having a dilemma, you know, getting canceled by everybody trying to get my 3 favorite young smart men together to go to the races. You know, I'm gonna get my, well, Julian, my future, possibly son-in-law. Yeah, I tried to invite the mailman. Oh, I'd like to convince my backyard buddy Arlen to go to the races. He just had a baby. You know, I'm sure his time is all occupied. But who knows? And that I'll get in all kinds of trouble for trying to push 4 good people together at an evening. Yeah, we might end up just being me and the woman and my son-in-law's woman, my daughter. We'll see. So my question would be to everybody, do you literally live the book? You know, my next door neighbor, the young ladies, well, she's a widow, struggling, living with her sister, raising a boy, and I help out mow the lawn. The neighbor beyond that just became a widow. And orphans, well, you know, my philanthropy of renting the 3 rooms upstairs to troubled youth is about as close as I can get, and using my good graces of God to help those that may be less fortunate than I. Most people won't take my help because they think it's boasting. But I'll fly my colors and protect them as a U.S. Marine, even at 65, hoorah. And if you don't see the crucifix in the circle of the body of Christ that's been divided by the cruelty of the world, and yet we live in a free country where its expression is First Amendment right. And you know, try walking that path since you were 12, 43 years. You know, when the tree's green, you think it's easy, but wait until the wood dries. So for all you naysayers and bobbleheads and trolls out there, you know, oh, happy birthday, Steve. When the good book says neither a lender nor a borrower be, you know, you won't get to be the husband of property unless you borrow a little money. You know, so you violate the rules. I'm not sure what the context is. And what time you gotta get up in the morning if you're a husband of property? And what are you driving? Non-depreciating assets every freaking where, guys. You know, I don't know how to run the balance sheet. Like you got yourself a late model race car, you know. I'm trying to get them guys to go racing. You know. I don't know whether I got all the tools, however, I did the races. Where is she? Jiggle hands. Betsy the Buick. God, look at them colors, red, white, and blue. And this morning, and the moon was full the other day when I did. I'm so crazy, you know. But it's a battleground. I'm gonna put me a bumper on the car, right? I probably should show you that, you know, I've had some I gotta come up, hey, you know, my problem is the 1993. I gotta come up with a shade tree engineered light bar for the race car that I'll take on the street. 302 V8, rebuilt tranny, frickin' positive traction, 9-inch Ford rear end. Oh, and baby, look at that rubber. Few little scrapes. You know, like I haven't been through some scrapes in life. Yeah, nothing gonna keep me off the racetrack. Oh, And I'm not much of a Ford dude, but metal's metal. There's an ask for every seat. Yeah. Did you experience it? Oh, Carnegie Hot VW. Yeah, I did it. So come on, are you gonna laugh yet? Or are you going to enrich your life and finances? Because the root of all evil might be that balance sheet. But what can I say? Thank you, Johnny Bravo. He's been doing it forever and talks about how he can't miss a day according to the YouTube rules if you want to keep subscribers.
That should be your goal. Get to 100,000 and then it goes up dramatically after that. Kind of like if I were to pay you 1 penny a day and double it. For
1 penny a day, double it.
Cut you a check for 500,000. Which one do you want? Double a penny. At first it's nothing. Then all of a sudden,
at first it's nothing, and later on in life, wow. And it's been on my board from the beginning, right next to the balance sheet. You got to get $107 and start the process of doubling for 31 days for $5 million. So don't listen to them naysayers or them bobbleheads. I want you to try and enrich your life and finances. And you might find an asset. Oh, me and them camera skills. Solid silver, on the YouTube podcast, a little do-it-yourself business 101 with a little wildlife through it. Be grateful, but them trolls are the worst.